In the sprawling landscape of Hyrule, heroes are forged not just by the battles they fight, but by the choices they make. The Legend of Zelda series, spanning decades, has woven intricate tales that invite us to question the nature of good and evil, the essence of heroism, and the complexities of the human psyche. Today we embark on a journey through the realms of morality, philosophy, and psychology, as seen through the lens of this beloved franchise. From the ethical dilemmas faced by our silent protagonist to the philosophical underpinnings of its narratives, The Legend of Zelda is steeped in philosophical themes that explore the nature of reality, the cycle of life and death, and the eternal struggle between order and chaos. These themes are woven into the very fabric of Hyrule's creation myth, where the goddesses Din, Nayru, and Furor shape the world and set the stage for the conflicts to come. The concept of rebirth is a central philosophical theme in the Zelda series. Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf are locked in an eternal cycle of reincarnation. Their fates intertwined across generations. This cycle reflects the philosophical idea of eternal recurrence, where events and lives repeat in an endless loop. This invites us to ponder the nature of fate and free will, and whether we are truly masters of our own destiny. The Triforce, a symbol of power, wisdom, and courage, embodies the struggle for balance that lies at the heart of the Zelda series. The philosophical triad represents the eternal conflict between opposing forces and the quest for harmony that drives the narrative forward. It reminds us that true strength lies not in dominance, but in the ability to maintain equilibrium in the face of adversity. Central to both Majora's Mask and the Ocarina of Time is the concept of healing, not just of the physical wounds inflicted by battle, but the emotional scars left by trauma and loss. The Song of Healing, a hauntingly beautiful melody, embodies this theme, offering solace to those who have been broken by the cruelty of fate. Darmani, Mikau, and the Deku Butler's son each meets an untimely end, their lives cut short by circumstances beyond their control. But through the Song of Healing, they find the peace that eluded them in life, their spirits finally able to rest. It's a powerful reminder that healing is not about erasing the past, but about finding a way to live with it, to integrate it into our story and move forward. In Majora's Mask, acceptance is not about resignation, but about confronting the reality of loss head-on. Link's role is not to prevent the inevitable, but to help those he encounters find the strength to face it. Through his actions, he teaches us that grief is not a weakness, but a testament to the depth of our love and the bonds we share. Ocarina of Time ends on a bittersweet note, with Link sent back to his childhood, his memories of the future intact. He is forever changed by his journey, his innocence replaced by wisdom born of experience. It's a poignant reminder that loss is a part of life, and the people and places we leave behind shape us in ways we can never fully comprehend. He leaves the Master Sword behind, a symbol of responsibility that he never asked for, and steps away from the destiny that he was thrust upon. But even as he returns to his youth, he is no longer the carefree child he once was. As he stands before Zelda once more, their meeting carries a new weight. She sees him not as the playful boy who once spied on her from behind a window, but as someone who has lived a lifetime of struggle. A hero shaped by a future that will never come to pass. And in that silent moment, we're left to wonder, does she sense it too? The echoes of a timeline erased. The silent grief of a journey that no one else will remember. And while Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are perhaps the most direct explorations of these themes, they are not alone. The Wind Waker tells the story of an oceanic world living in the shadow of a lost kingdom, where people must forge new identities in the wake of the past. Twilight Princess gives us a version of Link who bears the weight of duty in a world that does not fully understand his sacrifices. And Breath of the Wild places us in a remnants of a world long since broken, where the hero's greatest struggle is not a single battle, but the burden of history itself. In each of these games, we see a reoccurring motive. Heroes haunted by memories, by responsibilities, by the echoes of a world that once was. The Legend of Zelda is a series built upon cycles of time, of rebirth, of reliving the past to understand the future. And that, perhaps, is its greatest lesson. We, too, revisit these games like old memories. The same way Link returns to familiar places that have changed with time, we return to these stories, finding new meaning in them as we grow older. What once was a simple adventure becomes a reflection of our own journey, our own losses, our own triumphs, our own transformations. But unlike Link, we cannot turn back the clock. We cannot replay our lives the way we replay a game. And yet, through stories, through music, through the connections we form, we can find solace in the things we carry with us, the memories, the lessons, the echoes of who we once were. Because healing is not about erasing pain. It is about carrying it with us, learning from it, and finding the strength to move forward. The song of healing does not bring the dead back to life. It gives them peace. And perhaps that is what these games offer us as well. So as we look back on our worlds of Hyrule and Termina, and the heroes who walk them, we are reminded that grief is not an end in itself. It is a passage. And in facing it, and embracing it, we do what Link does best. We press forward, no matter the weight we carry, because the journey is worth it. The Legend of Zelda is often celebrated for its adventure and heroism, but beneath the epic battles and daring escapes lie a much deeper truth. These games are about the things we leave behind and the things we carry with us, the memories, the friendships, and the lessons learned along the way. Whether it's a childhood lost to time, or a mask that holds the memory of a fallen friend, these stories remind us that grief is part of life, and that, like Link, we do not have to face it alone. Thank you for watching, If this video resonated with you, let's continue the conversation. Please leave a comment sharing which Zelda moment hit you the hardest. And if you'd like to see more deep dives into gaming psychology, don't forget to subscribe. Together, we can explore the emotional depths of our favorite games and discover the lessons they hold for us all.